Hello friends, we're getting near the end of May. I thought I'd make a video on what things are going on in my shop. A couple things I got going on. Dart Lite is in Bay 1 and been working on it. Pretty heavy, getting better every day. Got the interior in the rear, got back in, all that stuff, working seat belts, carpet, working on the dash. Put my dash where the dash radio had been cut out and fix that. And got that all getting ready to go back together. Sanding the fender wells. Put a coat of FE5 bright red when I get it ready. Working the brakes. They're out. I got all new brakes coming. Master cylinder, all the disc brake stuff. There's the Dart Lite transmission. It looked really good. The fluid looked good. It was dirty as could be. And then in Bay 2, that's the 72 Dodge Colt. Getting it ready for taking it out this year. Just finished doing my oil maintenance. New filter, took the oil pump apart, everything looked good. Drained the oil, make sure there was no metal in it. We're doing the timing right now, making sure that the initial and all of that's ready to go. Also going to do a little cutout of the radiator yoke. Kind of hate to do it because it's been in there for decades, but I want to make sure that I have enough air going across the radiator to keep the engine cool. So what I wanted to show you today is got the engine back from the machine shop, got some just some old bearings that are standard in there to check the deck height and find out where that's at. This board's 60 and it'll get a new pump and a new Oregon reground cam and all of that neat stuff. But here's what we're doing today, and this is where I hope to spend most of my time. Some crankshaft maintenance. So I bought these brushes from Summit, and there's the stock aluminum oil pump with the standpipe tube. But what I wanted to show you, and I started doing this a few years back in my engine maintenance, just an extra step. I love my machine shop, great guys. They build racing engines, and they're generous enough to play with my racing slant. It's not a racing slant. But I run these brushes through these oil passages on the crankshaft. So I just started today, and you see that nice little pile? Well, that's what came out of that passageway. So that's from the main to the rod, and they're up through the whole crankshaft. But that's why I cringe on some of these restoration shows where they're just it's barn fine if we get it running. That's what's in the motor everywhere. And I'll go through every one of these passages, clean it out with brake clean, and get the crankshaft just as clean as I can. And then I'll go to work on the block and do the same thing. But that's a standard crank. All we did was polish it. It's got a few little blemishes, but it'll be more than good enough for my old engine. And she ought to run for another 100,000 miles, or at least till I'm gone and gets to the next caretaker. Then I got some rocker arm shafts that I wanted to show you guys too. A lot of people have talked about Slant Six rocker arms. There's the oil hole where the block sends oil up to this tube. And there's a plug in the end of these tubes. The doorman makes a replacement plug. These things get gunked up. They get looking just like that inside. That's what's all up in there. You got to get that out. And then on the rocker arms, if you can see that little slot down in there? Well, that little slot picks up oil as it rotates, and it's kind of timed, and that oil runs around the support shaft here and runs out these two passageways, one here and one here. And the one on top runs out and runs down this channel, runs around the adjusting screw, and drips out on the top of your push rod. The other one runs down, the long one runs down, drips out the front, and drips down on your valve stem. If these rocker arms are gunged up like the ones that came out of my motor, the machine shop dipped them 3 times, and I spent about 4 hours, 5 hours, super clean, soaking them, probably 8 hours. Never, ever could I get this passageway clear. This is another set of rocker arms that lived a better life than mine, and so they're clear. Anyway, if you don't make sure that these are clear, you're going to pull your valve cover off and you say, there's not that much oil up here. But anyway, make sure you get your rocker arms good and clean, and your shaft needs to be clean, and your head needs to be clean, and your block passages need to be clean. And did I emphasize clean? Everything needs to be clean. Listen, I appreciate you guys. This is probably nothing you've never heard, guys and girls. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. If I said something crazy, like called it a feather duster or, something like that, I apologize. But yeah, Slant Six stuff, the little bracket car that I have, this is pretty much my life. Appreciate your comments. Please make a comment. I love to hear them, and I'd answer them. And y'all have a great day. Thank you.